season 1 of X-Men 97 recently ended. And I did do a review of the first 2 episodes, but I thought this would be a good opportunity since I've seen all the episodes now to give my top 10 takeaways from X-Men 97. And at the end, stick around, there'll be a bonus point given as well. So I'm going to go through this. There's going to be some spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. So just to be certain, well, there's going to be a lot of spoilers because I have to go through the whole thing. So that's there. So let me get into this one time and we could all get started. Number 1, why is Sunspot there? Now, I already have to start off this because I need to ask this question. I've been asking it from the very beginning. Why the hell is Sunspot there? And to me, it only boils down to 3 main reasons. 1, he's there to help Jubilee graduate from her virginity on her 18th birthday. I'm guessing she really enjoyed that present. 2, they need another non-white male there. And 3, for he to join up with Magneto kind of at the end before turning back in a really ridiculous manner. But other than that, what is Sunspot really doing there? He contributes literally nothing to anything. If he had not been in the story, would have still moved along without his involvement at all. They basically tried to make him out to be like the new Jubilee, but don't put any actual thought into giving him an actual story. Now, like I said, when he first encounters Sunspot, he is abducted by the Friends of Humanity. Why? Apparently, they were just driving along. They had some scanner that picks up mutants. They saw him, they pick him up. That's it. Give it some kind of thing. You already come out at me that, okay, he's rich and his family was looking at that. You could put something in there like, maybe his family is working on some kind of technology that the Friends of Humanity wanted. And, he got into that only to find out that, his family is actually supplying the technology to the Friends of Humanity and others. And he's wondering what's going on while his powers are now developing. So he decides to stay with the X-Men to try and figure out what is going on with his family, but also learn about his powers. But that doesn't happen. He just hangs around the X-Mansion because apparently his parents aren't concerned that their child is just out there somewhere and they don't know. That's it. He just really hangs around there and offers nothing to anything else. I really gotta ask the question, why? What the hell are they even doing? Why was he even there? But that was just one of my gripe when it comes to it. Number 2, rushed but still falls short. Now, there are elements of this story that I do enjoy when it comes to X-Men 97, but that doesn't change the fact that a lot of it is rushed. And when I say rushed and fall short, I'm referring to sort of the same thing because, you see, here's the thing. It's 10 episodes, and that's too short to tell the story properly. They really need to do something about stopping this 8 episode, 10 episode nonsense that they keep doing when it comes to Western animation. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. It's not enough time to properly tell the story. Sometimes it actually kind of happens with this kind of system, but you still want more to get the story developed. And I know what they're going to say, well, animation is expensive, so they can't look all the time. But you sink hundreds of millions of dollars into bullshit movies that fail miserably and you get nothing back from it. Perhaps if you put some effort and time into the animation, it will work. And you all know by now, I don't like the animation style when it comes to X-Men 97. I think it looks terrible. Honestly, I think it looks terrible. But I'm just saying, the episodes are rushed because they're trying to fit a set of things into it and don't work out. I take, for instance, what happened with Cable and this whole thing. That whole thing with Cable finding out, that Cyclops and Madeline Pryor are his parents, and that should have been stretched out like over 3 episodes to really get some emotional impact. But no, How did you do it? He shows up in Genosha. She sees him, notices his eyes, realizes who he is before all hell breaks loose, and then he just telling Cyclops, well, yeah, he knew all along. All that. It defeats the whole purpose of everything that happened in the previous X-Men animated series. You rushed it too fast, and you wouldn't let us to pace it out properly so everything could work the way it was supposed to. Number 3, shock and awe. There's a lot of shock value and awe value in this. And they try to do it, but not everything shocks me. That's the thing about it. Not everything, because when they went to Genosha, the minute I saw Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, and people dancing and having a good time, I was like, yeah, okay, this is the Hellfire Gala. Sentinels go and show up and start to kill people. Honestly, it didn't surprise me. I know it surprised a lot of people. I'm not trying to take away from what happens. I'm just saying it didn't surprise me because I kind of knew what they were setting up to go there. Now, as I said, again, with shock and awe value, there is a lot of that. What happened there, Gambit sacrificing himself or something like that, was actually really good. I didn't see that coming. I would admit that it was very shocking. I didn't see it. Rogue there holding Gambit, saying that she can't feel him, all of that. Yeah, shock value. There are other shocking things in there, other shocking things that happen in this series that really kind of make you go, well, okay, didn't see that coming, all kind of thing. Like, the human sentinels and things were actually pretty cool. I'll get to them a little later on. But still, there is a shock and awe value in there. And, good stories need that. It needs to get you there. But while there is some shock and awe, some of it is really predictable, and you kind of see exactly what's happening, where it's going, and what's going to be done from it. Number 4, nostalgia bait. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not seen a series or movie do this much nostalgia bait in a long time, or perhaps ever. Boy, did they cram that in there. I mean, wow, they crammed that in there. We got so much nostalgia bait in just those 10 episodes. It wasn't funny. I mean, we got Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Cloak and Dagger, Psylocke, Omega Red, Silver Samurai, Black Panther, Doctor Doom, Baron Zemo. All of this, a lot of nostalgia bait. And then, even at the end, we actually got Peter Parker and Mary Jane from the 90s Spider-Man series. You actually saw both of them there from the 90s Spider-Man series. So it's pretty clear when you look at it and all this nostalgia bait that, Marvel is gearing up, Marvel/Disney is gearing up to raid the IP vault again. They want to do it. They want to raid the IP vault. We could see that. That's why we're getting all these nostalgia bait. I'm used to try and draw people in. I'm not going to say it didn't work, but some people would have that okay. But yeah, there was a lot of nostalgia bait in there. There's no denying that. Number 5, and this is probably my biggest gripe with this whole series, Xavier. Why the hell is Xavier there? That's like honest to God with you. Why the hell is Xavier there? Because Xavier being there undermines the entire purpose of the whole series. Honestly. It undermines the entire purpose of the whole series. Because the whole thing started up with Xavier's gone, the X-Men having to do what they have to do. Magneto comes there. He reveals that, Xavier left him in charge of the X-Men. They have to deal with that. All of this is there. But when Xavier comes back, Cyclops' whole big landing and saying to me, my X-Men, kind of just gets thrown out the door. Honestly, it gets thrown out the door because once again, you're asking yourself, why? Why are you there? What's the point? I am not saying that they couldn't have shown what's going on with Xavier, when he's with the Shi'ar and all of that. Because actually, that little tidbit wasn't actually bad. But you see, the whole thing when it comes to the Shi'ar and thing and all, when it is that Lilandra announces that she's going to be marrying Xavier. Her sister Deathbird comes up, and this really stupid thing. She wants Xavier to erase all memories of his time on Earth because she has a problem with him being human. How would erasing his memories solve that problem? He'll still be human. And then she actually has the idiotic notion to say that, oh, he's a less inferior human because he's a mutant. What human do you know that can actually read minds, control minds, or other mutants that can fly, shoot blasts from their eyes, walk through walls? Clearly, mutants are an evolved form of humans. So there you have it. And when Xavier was actually getting to them and actually trying to fostering some new way of thinking among the Shi'ar, let's cut it short to bring him back to Earth. And then the minute he gets back to Earth, everybody starts to whine. First up, Cyclops and Jean. How come you didn't trust us? Why did you leave it to Magneto? Rogue. You weren't here. Remy died. Magneto, you went off with your bird woman. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, what the hell are you? You're not all children. Grow the F up, no? Jesus Christ. It's not like he left you when you were teenagers. You're adults. You are adults. And let's not forget, Xavier didn't leave because he wanted to. The man was poisoned and dying. Leaving was the only thing that saved his life. But no, as he comes back, you all start to whine like, I mean, I'm just saying, anybody think maybe Xavier left Magneto control of the X-Men, so the X-Men would actually teach Magneto. That was my thought about it, but no, they had to ruin that too. I'm just saying, why is Xavier there? Bringing him back ruins everything that the whole original point of the show set up. You could have brought back Xavier like towards the end of the second season. He could have showed up with the Shi'ar to prepare everybody for some big incoming threat or something. And then at the end of it, he decides to stay on Earth. Okay, that could happen, but bringing him back, no. So what's the point of him leaving to begin with? That's just lazy and stupid writing. Number 6. The story is good, but don't get me wrong. Like I said, the story has some potential, but it never quite sticks the landing. They set up certain plot points and things in this, and then you actually sound like, okay, this is interesting. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, then you're like, oh God, nah. I mean, when they start up trying to make it seem like, Sinister is up to something, you're like, okay, Sinister, not the best villain, but, maybe he's doing something. And then when the whole thing on Genosha happens, you're like, why? Sinister has no interest in mass murder. He's a geneticist. He just wants to steal DNA and manipulate it. Then we get introduced to Bastion, who's not a bad villain, but you kind of needed to flesh him out a little more to make it seem like, there's somebody pulling the strings behind it. Not just say it once, then reveal it and bam, that is it. No, that doesn't work. Nobody's out there acting like this is supposed to be some kind of set up something. I mean, even when they actually reveal that, Dr. Doom and Baron Mordo and things are in communication with Bastion, that is not something you just spring on people. This is Dr. Doom, for God's sakes. You could have set it up like some kind of council of evil or something. We're meeting with Bastion. He was telling him, his plans for A, B, and C. Okay, that could actually be something. You could send them in such a way to get people interested. Like, okay, all right, this seems to be going somewhere. Something happening. We're getting these characters. But no, you just show them once, and then you're just like, well, that's it. Come on, these are heavy hitters. You bring them in, you get the story going. No, that's not to say that, Bastion's plan and stuff wasn't seeming interesting, but there's certain points that are worth making sense. The whole thing about his attack on Genosha was meant to piss off some Magneto to cause some kind of human thing. I mean, how does that even happen? Wouldn't it have made more sense to get the humans involved to help you, like, poison some minds to help you attack Genosha so you could start something like a potential war going forward? But it didn't make sense. And then when it's revealed that, he wants to, I guess, they're saying that he wants to destroy the mutants of humans, but you're part Sentinel, and you pretty much went and kill mutants and humans because Sentinels know that, mutants are humans. So clearly you want to kill out everybody and just leave robots in charge of the Earth. So your plan kind of makes no sense there. But that's what I'm saying. The story is good, but it just doesn't land properly. Don't get me wrong, it is good. It just needs a little bit more of a oomph. That's it. Number 7, Magneto was right. Now, here's the thing. No, he wasn't. He wasn't right at all in any way, shape, or form. That whole Magneto was right thing spring for something in comics, and I'll do a video later on about, why Magneto was never right in all our comics, all this kind of thing. But I'm just going to focus on X-Men 97. Now, here's the thing why Magneto was never right. The whole thing starts off with Magneto has been given control of the X-Men by Xavier. But what does he actually do? Apart from flirting continuously with Rogue, spending a large amount of time in the danger room with her, one fight with Madeline prior, he then immediately goes to Genosha and decides, well, he's going to take over as their leader along with Rogue. So you were in charge of the X-Men for like 5 minutes and then wanted to immediately abandon it, okay? You're then on Genosha when the Sentinels attack, killing thousands of mutants. All right. But when you actually get set free, what is the first thing that you do? You launch an EMP attack that turns off all the power on Earth and declare war on the humans. Why? Did the humans attack you? No, it's not to say like you didn't know Bastion did it, because he literally held you hostage and creepily shaved you while telling you his evil plan. So you know exactly who did it. But you didn't go after him at all. Not at all. What did you do? Go after the humans. Again, because no, the whole thing on Genosha was just an excuse for Magneto to go back to the same bullshit again. Over and over. That's it. Because, I mean, think about it. That when he launched that EMP and that wiped out everything, that's planes falling out of the sky. Traffic lights turn on, so head-on collisions. Pacemakers stop working. Life support turn off. Neonatal ward shut down, so babies dying. In like the first 5 minutes of Magneto's attack, possibly thousands of people died. Thousands of people died. But you're trying to tell me that, the same UN woman was talking, who I actually was kind of suspicious of from the very beginning, saying that, Magneto was right. How was he right? You declared war on humans who did nothing to you. They didn't attack Genosha. You just used that as an excuse to start your shit again. That is all. You were not right. You knew who the culprit was. Bastion told you exactly what you should have immediately as you left there. Go to the X-Men, get yourself together, and then launch one massive counter-strike against that so-and-so to blow he and the entire Sentinel straight to hell. But did you do that? No. No. You went back to the same crap you always do. Number 8. The human Sentinels were a nice touch. Now, again, as I said, there's certain things in this I actually like. And I must say, the human Sentinels were actually something really interesting. Because the fact that, normal people were just getting turned into Sentinels like that was actually really a good plot twist and something to actually be used that could actually say, well, all right, this is actually an interesting route to go down. This is something really you don't see coming all the time. And then the whole thing about Bastion doing this evil thing, and the same UN woman about how who, she didn't sign up for this. The woman you literally signed on with a lunatic who launched a sentinel attack that killed millions, that killed thousands of innocent mutants. What did you think was going to happen? Afternoon tea and crumpets? Come on. Come on. But again, as I said, the human sentinels were actually a really nice twist. It was a really nice twist that they didn't see it coming. Even the whole thing that was going, but again, there are certain things that was actually kind of done around sentinels, like when Sunspot's mother decided to let these sentinels take it. It's like, come on, because even the whole thing involving him, when he went and told his mother that he was a mutant, you could tell that this whole thing was some kind of allegory for when somebody comes out of the closet and his mother is all, oh, I always knew and all that. I mean, come on, where's the drama? You remember my X2 when Iceman told his parents that he's a mutant, and they were like, have you tried not being a mutant? They were uncomfortable unless you could see that. You didn't get that there, and from the very few interactions that we got of the woman, how are you surprised that she let the Sentinels take you? Come on. We could tell that. But again, as I say, the human Sentinel were actually a really nice touch. The way that, the way that you see when they activated like normal people, like, it could be anybody. The guy standing next to you, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your grandfather, anybody, because Bastion actually turned his own mother into a human Sentinel. So that's to say, it was actually a really nice twist that I really didn't know. I thought to myself, this is a good one here, and I think that these people actually getting to Sentinels like that. Nicely done. I give them props for that. Number 9, much ado about Morph. Now, here's the thing, they announced early on that Morph is non-binary for some reason that nobody cares about, but they told them, they told everybody that. And then, apart from some snazzy transformations he did, which I don't have a problem with, I think Morph shapeshifting is actually really good. It turns into Hulk, Mr. Fantastic, Psylocke, different people like that. No problem with it until that, okay. And a very inappropriate shower scene, and then at the end, he actually shapeshifts into Jean, and while Logan is in bed, they literally tells him that he loves him. I mean, some people might say, well, he just turned into Jean in case she could hear the English, but it was still creepy. No, it was still creepy. Apart from that, Morph did really nothing in this first season. Like, really nothing. What did he actually do? Practically everybody else in this show got some kind of character development, some kind of story, something. Morph didn't. I mean, it would have been nice to see Morph kind of like, have a final showdown with Sinister and maybe tell him that, he overcome what is done to him, and, it's made him stronger. Something like that would have actually been interesting to see, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's like, why are you just wasting this character when you could have given him some kind of something? I mean, and this is just a side note. If we want to talk about wasting something, I don't know what the hell was going on with Storm and Forge. I don't know what in God's name that was. Where it was supposed to be, what it was trying to make it into, but it was just wrong and stupid. That's the only way to put it, wrong and freaking stupid. That was it. Same thing with Rogue and Magneto, wrong and stupid, but that was it. But again, like I said, they didn't do anything with Morph apart from just kind of saying, well, okay, that was it. They used the them thing once, but other than that, he really didn't do anything with the character, which was a really big letdown for me. Number 10, finally. I actually like the ending. I really actually like the ending. Apart from the fact that Xavier spent like 90% of the episode in Magneto's mind trying to convince him to come back. Like we all haven't gotten sick and tired of that shit by now. You understand me? If Magneto wants to be an asshole, let him be an asshole. Nobody cares anymore. That doesn't need the motive. You got to man up and do your shit. That's all. But apart from that, wasn't bad. I mean, the final battle against Bastion was actually wasn't bad. I mean, Rogue flying out there attacking. I'm still not sure how she could read in space, but she was hitting some rules in the end. It wasn't bad, but honestly, I think when Cyclops and the rest of them were actually fighting him, that was actually better in my opinion. And then the fact that they actually decided to talk to him showed the X-Men thing. Would have been nice if the X-Men had been the one to try and talk down Magneto instead of Xavier having to brain jack him again. But again, like I say, I don't know why the hell Xavier was dead, or was I think dead to begin with. But yeah, I didn't have a problem with the ending. I thought that the ending was actually done really well. I thought, and if the fact that it sets up the whole time travel thing gives a lot of interest for what could actually come next. Because once they've done that, they've put in a lot of potential for what they could do. Because the X-Men have traveled through time before, and a lot of that stuff is on the table. Cyclops and Jean end up in the future, and they meet Mother Ascani, who's actually Rachel Summers, our alternate older version Rachel Summers, who's actually their child, yet they tend to make some pretty powerful children. But that's like I say, I don't have a problem with it. Apocalypse something at the end, okay, no, not a problem. Really didn't enjoy that. So yeah, I don't have a problem with the ending. I thought that the ending is actually done really nice, so it gives potential. So yeah, those are my top 10 takeaways from X-Men 97. And since you've made it this far, let me get to my bonus point. Wolverine steals the show. You see, there's a reason Wolverine is the only one that can carry a book or a title on his own. He may not be the most powerful X-Men, but when he does something, it's actually interesting. And the thing about that, apart from the shock and awe of Gambit dying, you understand me? When Wolverine is fighting the human Sentinels, that actually looks pretty freaking cool. Yes, we have Nightcrawler popping in and hunting and using swords, but to be honest, I didn't find all that cool. Wolverine's battle with them was actually really freaking interesting and really well done. And then let's not sugarcoat it here. Magneto ripping the adamantium out of Wolverine literally was probably one of the most shocking things in that time people were interested in it. So even when he was getting his adamantium ripped out of him, that was still better than most stuff that was going on. So that's the thing. Wolverine does have that much of an impact as a character, and he literally stole the show. Apart from it, yes, I'm not going to say that certain things that were great, but there's certain things that Wolverine did really interested in my opinion. So yeah, that's my top 10 takeaways plus my bonus from X-Men 97. And my final rating for X-Men 97, I'm going to give it a 3.4 out of 5. It is good. You want to check it out, not a problem. You can check it out. I think, but like I say, there's certain things I have a problem with in regards to the story and the animation style and kind of things. It does give me some problems there. But I will not tell you don't look at it. It is actually worth checking out. Alright, that's it for me. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care. Audio Jungle.